Hey, not really a vlog or nothing, but I'm gonna say, as y'all might know who have been with this channel for a minute, and you saw what happened to me in January of this year when PetSmart fired me, essentially. I would say I was fired. There's no nice way of saying it. There's no letting go. And the more I've been thinking about it, and the more I've been working with this new company, and how much I'm jumping between different stores, and how much I talk to these managers, and how much they actually respect that I'm there looking after their animals, I can say for a fact now, from that, I really don't think with PetSmart that y'all had me understood. I wish the best for y'all, like you said to me. You know, it's hard sometimes because in the back of my mind, I ain't gonna lie, there be some times some bad thoughts might try and creep in on me. And a part of the reason why I busted my phone out right here and recording this is because I want to say right now, them bad thoughts are not allowed. There were good times with them managers. There really were. But in the long run of things, I don't think I'll ever understand a pet store like PetSmart or Petco. They keep too many live animals. They're too worried about their money. But in the long run, some of the stuff they sell and some of the things that they do give and offer for our animal friends is amazing. You know? I feel like that y'all's store, because you constantly, and I'm going to say this is fact, this is not opinion. You can ask any animal caretaker. The fact y'all fail constantly at taking care of exotic and domestic animals, I think you guys should stick to just being a store for food and stuff. Stop selling live animals. Y'all can't handle it. Y'all tried to. When I worked at PetSmart, this is not a lie. When I worked at PetSmart, we were giving vegetables, or they wanted me to give vegetables to leopard geckos. That right there, I actually had to argue until my face turned red. I had to pull stuff off my phone and say, "Look, they cannot eat these things. We're gonna kill them." Like, and I'm sorry, I don't want to talk bad about companies. This might be just the store that I worked at myself, where like my manager was so focused on like what's on paper that they could not even think about what the animals actually needed. And it gets me worrying that I feel like a lot of those stores that are big store companies for animals like PetSmart and Petco, I think they drop the ball because you have a lot of novice sort of mindset people trying to look after live creatures. I've seen videos where someone at the register couldn't tell the difference between a female and a male betta. I can guarantee you off a glance, most of the people at PetSmart or Petco can't tell the difference between a female or a male live bearer, such as mollies, platies, or guppies. These are skills that I thankfully have. Did I get them off the bat? No, I learned. I studied. And the store that I work for now respects that in the same way that the old managers at the PetSmart respected it. Big company pet stores are not terrible. We're not going to talk them down. But y'all need to backpedal on your live animals. You keep too many. I saw horrors working at PetSmart I have not seen once in the half a year. I saw more in 2 months at y'all's store between unspeakable nast, between diseases. I don't even want to get into detail. I want to keep this at a level where people can understand. I have stared death in the eyes for animals so much. Working for PetSmart, I feel like I might have a lifetime's worth of seeing that. And you know, not even just fish. With feeders and stuff like that, if you ever worked at a pet store or with a fish store, y'all know that when it comes to fish, they are super fickle, especially the species. You will often deal with fish that have passed on through life and moved on through life. What you don't normally see in stores that do it right is hamsters, guinea pigs, rats, birds. I've seen horrors with those animals because they keep too many in one spot. So I'm not talking them down. Support their product, not their animal abuse. If you want to find you an animal, there's so many adoption agencies. I feel like we can change things. I feel like we can change these stores to focus on what they need to. They need to be a merchandise store, not a live animal store, in my opinion, as working for this place. And I'm working with the store I work for now. In my head, I've never been fired like that. I've never been rejected like that. I'm Arrow Ace. I've never had a love lost. I've never felt the crush of a romance. I've had dates, I've had girls I dated, but once we departed, I felt almost relieved. I felt like there was a weight off my shoulders. I never cried over losing a woman in my entire life. But there's proof. There is a short up there still. Sad hippie short is what it's called. There is still a short up there that shows how crushed I was when something I love, looking after animals, rejected me. And I felt awful. I felt neglected. I have been bullied, rejected, and misunderstood as a child a lot. I did not get even a shred of feeling like I was respected until I graduated high school and moved on to the music department area of CPCC and started doing my own thing in my own way in my own life. And I know I'm not the only one out there, and I know a lot of y'all feel that way too. But look where I'm at now. I didn't destroy myself. I almost did. I tried. There's a lot of bad things I did to myself when I got depressed, when I got bad, things just got nasty on me, my dudes and dudettes. It really did. And a part of it was in here. Another part was, the spirit, the thing, the inside, the carbon-based shell hides, the energy, the chi, whatever you want to call it. I got all disrupted because I felt it calling into things and I couldn't find my place. I love music, I love the arts, I always will. I thought that would be my career, be my passion. It's a wonderful passion, and I know its own way. True passion is animal. I think, and music has kind of become more of a hobby. I thought I might be a video game designer when I was younger. I'm just saying, life is crazy. The moment I found animal care, the moment I found that what I thought was common knowledge was uncommon knowledge. Because I grew up with animals. I grew up in nature. This is why I'm a hippie, guys. Born 89, born in the late 80s. Grew up, before internet. I remember when Tamagotchis were new. I remember when the first Pokemon Yellow Pikachu Tamagotchi came out. I begged my parents to give it to me. They actually were skeptical because I thought I would just play with it for a bit and then toss it aside and forget about it. I mean, this is just to show y'all, since I was a little kid, I loved animals because out of all three of my siblings, well, two, out of my sister and I was the one who really stuck with the Tamagotchi. And then with that, I don't know. It's funny when I look back at things. When I was a kid, I was the one who went off on my own little adventures looking for animals. I was very respectful. When something acted differently, I told my parents, hey, this is what's happening. My parents said, oh, no, you leave that alone then. My parents, awesome parents. Winners. Are we a perfect family? Psh, nah. We might be borderline dysfunctional based on some certain parts of our past, but do we love each other? Did our trials and tribulations build us? It sure done did. I'm just saying, guys. It is wild. I thought I'd spend so many years at PetSmart because when I first worked there, they were so thankful for me, and then this new manager came in. This is what big corporations can do to you. So be very, very careful about that kind of stuff. It's a weird lesson today. This ain't even a vlog. I don't know what I'm going to call this. I'm probably going to call it something about, working with PetSmart, or what I remember about PetSmart. But my plea to PetSmart and Petco, y'all can make as much, if not more money, doing just merchandise. Stop abusing animals. CEOs of your companies, please, 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 look at your stores. Look at your worst rated stores. The internet makes world a small place. Visit the care. Surprise them. Come in unannounced. You're the CEO. You're allowed to do that, right? It's your store. You can do what you want. Surprise them. Walk in one day. See what they're doing to your animals. See what your customers are talking about. They're not BSing. As someone who worked 3.5 years on the inside, they're not BSing. But I will say, we need y'all's store still. If done right, it's amazing. But I feel like stick to your fish stuff. I don't know. I feel like merchandise is your expertise. I feel hurt still. It's going to take time for me to recover. I put everything into the animals at that store, and animals still went to heaven on me, no matter what I did. But at this new place, I don't get that. I've been working there since late January. It didn't take me long to find a new job working with animals, thankfully. God bless the man above, the thing above. I'm a spiritual guy, God-fearing, you know. If you don't like that, that's okay. I ain't gonna Bible thump you, because I don't really go to church or nothing, but I have a faith in the higher power, you know? And we're getting long in this video. I've done a lot today. But there's been a lot on my mind. I feel like talking about this right here. If you all stuck with me on this, with all my wild ramblings and stuff, thank you. Because I don't know why I gotta be saying this right now on some real. But it's helping me. I do wish for the best of those people. The manager that did wind up firing me, the ones that wound up writing me up and misunderstanding me, I'm sorry. I understand you were trying to do a book, but y'all's book hurts the other animals, and trust me on this. I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just worried about the lives of the creatures at y'all's stores. And that's where I'm speaking from. So, look after your animals. Love what you got. Because it's sometimes all we have. And with that, I do hope that y'all have the best wherever you at. You know? The stuff I'm talking about, the things that happened to me months ago, it's a fraction of some of the horrors going on to some men, women, and children out there. There's wars right now. Active attacks on innocent people. And it's horrifying. I'm just thankful I got a roof over my head. I can look after the animals I got. And everything's going, in a way, where it's not too terrible for me. Is it absolutely perfect? Do I got money? No. I got enough to get me by. I got nothing on backstock. I'm your typical American at this rate, you know? But that's okay. Because I can eat. I have food to eat. I have water to drink. When I have friends over, I can try to get a little bit extra together to, like, get something as far as, like, party favorites, like snacks and pizza and stuff and all that. You know, I can do that stuff. They're blessings. I guess you can say I'm a humble soul. I'm the kind of dude who's chill, having my butt on the grass, and my feet sitting in some sort of stream or river as I sit back, look at the sky, and listen, and watch, and just be with nature. That's the kind of person I be. So, you can, knowing that, I think y'all might understand me a bit more. But I love animals, and I think I loved my old job because I looked after so many creatures I never would have ever had the chance to look after. Cockatiels, conures, finches, diamond doves. I got my Cuban false chameleon from them. I've worked with rat, mice, milk snake, corn snake, African turtles, different species of tetras and cichlids that I don't see at other stores. It was a blessing, and I feel like God gave me that chance to work there for that. But having been there, having some time away from that store, and having time to collect my thoughts in a way that makes it so I'm not trying to attack these companies. Guys, do not, ladies and gentlemen, do not think I'm trying to attack these companies. I'm not. I'm just saying from my perspective, y'all don't need that many live animals. Y'all can make so much money focusing on your merchandise instead. Y'all have live plants, filters, tanks, sales of things of that design that I don't see nowhere else. But when I look at your live animal departments, I'm saddened. And working with a more small pet store chain kind of deal, I'm realizing y'all might have it a bit too greedy. Not wrong. The idea's right. But is it anything for animals or anything for your paycheck? With that, peace out. Y'all have a good one. No matter what you're going through, I do hope that you live through tomorrow to help make it better.
Peace. Ouch.